There's something quietly magical about planning a new month. There's something about June that always feels soft and full of possibility. Not because every day will go perfectly. What do I want this season of life to feel like? Today, I'm setting up my June planner with a simple cover page, monthly calendar, habit tracker, and content planner. If you're planning alongside me, gather your journal and let's make June feel intentional. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Dancing Italian Urban Farm, or welcome if you're new. Today we're creating my June setup. I wanted something that feels soft, seasonal, practical, and inspiring. A balance between staying organized and leaving enough room to actually enjoy the month. I wanted something that feels soft, seasonal, practical, and inspiring. Maybe just a little whimsical. A balance between staying organized and leaving enough room to actually enjoy the month. I'll walk you through each spread and share how I use planning to support creativity instead of pressure. Let's begin. I always start with a cover page. This page isn't really functional. It's more of an invitation, something pretty to look at. Before I fill pages with tasks and deadlines, I want something that captures the feeling I want for the month. For June, I'm leaning into the whimsical, the magical, movement, and creating consistency without burnout. I'm keeping the design simple and magical. I'm adding a title, a few stickers, and leaving just a bit of white space so it doesn't feel too overwhelming. You don't need artistic skills here. A beautiful cover page is really just permission to begin. Next comes my monthly overview. This is where I capture the big picture before daily planning. I use this space for important dates, content deadlines, classes or commitments, seasonal goals, things I want to remember like appointments. Try not to overcrowd this page. If every square becomes packed with tasks, I stop seeing possibilities and start seeing pressure. So I only add the essentials. And then I leave room for life. You can color code this page if you like. I don't typically do that, but if that is what makes sense to you, by all means. Color code away. Just try not to get too overwhelming. Ask yourself, what absolutely needs to happen this month? And what would simply make this month feel, well, beautiful, magical, intentional? I used to include goals I had gathered from watching other people's planning, other people's goals, and what worked in their lives. But I never really stuck with it. I would abandon them and abandon the tracker altogether because it wasn't working for me. Now I choose habits and tasks that actually support the life I want and the life I'm living. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is to notice patterns in your life and to build those habits off of those patterns. When I sit down to list out my habits for the month, I look at the previous month's habit tracker and ask myself a few simple questions. What worked for me? What didn't work for me? What helps me feel better? What quietly improves my days? I like to keep my tracker simple, a simple grid where I just X off when I do the habit. It's just enough to encourage consistency, but not enough to create guilt. You can track as many or as few habits as you like. Just remember not to overwhelm yourself, to keep it simple and keep it consistent, because consistency is what builds the habit. Now, this may just be my most valuable spread. Instead of treating content as something stressful, I try to plan around themes and rhythms. For June, I'm going to try and focus on content that feels seasonal and aligned. For me, here in the United States, specifically in the state of Mississippi, where things are going to get hot. Some ideas that I'm exploring for June include romanticizing everyday life, barefoot garden mornings, summer routines, cooking from the garden, journaling and planning, and slow creativity. I will make a list of every idea and I will write it down before judging it. Then I choose a few that feel exciting and inspiring to me. I will also leave some blank space because some of the best ideas arrive unexpectedly. And try to remember, done is better than endlessly perfect. Showing up consistently matters more than creating the perfect upload, because perfection does not exist. And that's my June setup. A cover page that inspires, a calendar to show me the big picture, a habit tracker to keep me on track, and a content planner for my creativity. But more than anything, I want June to feel lived in, not rushed, not over-optimized, just intentional. So if you're planning your month too, tell me in the comments, what's one thing you want more of this June? And thank you for spending this quiet moment with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.